and welcome, musicians. I am Ben Brown. Let's continue our conversation about crypto and NFTs, and we are slowly bouncing back and forth. I'm showing you the tools and the things that I'm using to assess crypto, and I'm just like the crazy guy who wants to talk about crypto all the time and capture everybody's attention. I'm trying to get that all out of my system and talk about it all right now. Last time we talked about how to use a crypto wallet to connect to Web3 applications, and then threw you a little bone with probably my favorite thing that I've done with crypto, which is basically a crypto bank account called BlockFi. In this one, I want to talk about baby steps. On my Patreon, I had sent out to my patrons. Thank you, patrons. You guys are wonderful. I was telling them, I am learning a lot about crypto. In fact, I'm going to take December off to learn about it, to learn about NFTs. But to whet your appetite for crypto, I wanted to give them some of the earliest things that I can think of that's really helpful. One of them is a password manager. A password manager is a game changer. It will change your life immediately. And the one that I highly recommend is BitWarden, because BitWarden has a free forever option. It can be completely free. You can give the email and your name, and then you'll type in your master password. You'll need to remember this master password, and it will be the only password you will ever have to remember. And it will be a very important password, because that will be the password to get into your other passwords. And it is going to be important to not use the same password anywhere else. It should be completely new. And the best advice for making a new password is this xkcd comic. He gives an example of a terrible way that we usually use to make passwords, which is swapping numbers and adding symbols and all kind of randomness. And it's crazy hard to remember. What did I change? Is it zeros? Is it whatever? And it's really easy for a computer to break. But you can make a phrase that is just 4 random words, and it ends up being really difficult for a computer to guess. This one's saying, this really difficult for a person to remember. It can be cracked in 3 days. This 4-word password, correct horse battery staple, it will take 550 years to be guessed. But it's weirdly easy for us to remember, oh, here's a horse. That's a battery staple. Correct horse. That's a correct horse battery staple. It's so not difficult to remember. It's already memorized. That aside, it was all for when you need to create a brand new master password for your BitWarden password manager. Man, yeah, now I just go willy-nilly with accounts. It's oh yeah, there's a new thing. Instead of trying to remember any passwords, it's yeah, I'll just I'll have it generate a random password and it will remember it. It doesn't matter to me that there's a new social media or anything, because it's none of those are up in my head. There's only the one password to get in. So now I've got 126 logins. That'd be ridiculous if I had to manage all those. This is great. It's so good, BitWarden, and it's free. At any given point, say this computer crashes, my phone dies. As long as I remember the password, as long as I remember the master password, I can get in there. It allows me to unlock it and nobody else, not even BitWarden. BitWarden couldn't help me if I forgot my password. Password manager, really important. This will keep you safe. Let's go to MetaMask for talking about the most important thing that you should never give to anybody. It should be hidden away, and the place I would argue it should be hidden away in is in your BitWarden password manager. So it should be hidden away, and I use the secure notes that I have in my, backup crypto here file is all of my seed phrases. And never ever share your secret recovery phrase with anyone. I was hoping they would have an example. Here, I gotcha. Go back to the time when I first learned about crypto, and I didn't know what I was doing. It'll look like this. This is a wallet within Brave that I don't actually use, and I'll have to remember to never use it because its seed phrase is this: coast, fix, wreck, present, reopen, arrow, duty, symbol, vital, cool, process, Arctic truth, original, casino, tiny, sell, napkin, crater, cook, high, report, almost, chest. So this phrase, these random words, they actually represent like a numerical value. This is in a form that you can remember as a person if you had to. Like imagine you're in a country where the one thing that you get to take with you is what you can keep in your mind. You know, you can have value, you can convert your money into the cryptocurrencies, and then as long as you remember this, your stuff is safe. You can have your whole house burned down. You can have all of your wealth completely gone. You can be completely ejected from your country, completely naked. And if you have these words in your mind, you will be able to go to the wallet, provider that you had and enter in this phrase, and you can recover that wallet. Actually, I don't know. I might be wrong. Is that a more general thing? Can you do that with any Ethereum wallet? Like it doesn't have to be through MetaMask or Argent or any of that. If somebody knows, I might be wrong. So that's a good a thing to bring up for all of these things. I'm wrong. I'm wrong about something. And so if you think it would be edifying and helpful for others to clarify on a mistake, please comment about it. If you just want to tear me down as a person or signal your in-group, we can pass on that. But if you want to edify me and the other people that I'm talking to, let me know, because I am wrong about something. I'm fallible. Okay, with that little preaching out of the way, that is the password manager, and that is a great place to put away your seed phrase as well as to have your password sitting there. It might be a little bit confusing that your wallet will have both a weird phrase that is a key to get in as well as a password. The way that I think about it in my head is the thing that gets you in is that key phrase, that seed phrase, but wallets generally make it a little bit easier by encrypting that phrase with your password. And so your password helps unlock it with the real key. So it's like a key that opens up a box that has the real key, and then you get inside. If I had to recover a MetaMask, where I import a MetaMask, like say I lost it, like this isn't my thing, I can import my seed recovery phrase, click on that button, and then it'll take me to MetaMask, the service. I would enter in that phrase, jellyfish, taco stand, present, unwrap. And then I would make a new password, which would encrypt it. And then now I create a new key that opens up the key that opens up the thing and encrypts it. And then I can remember that password for the time being until I have a new computer and need to open it up in a recovery way. BitWarden can hold your password, and it can hold your seed phrase in safely. Very important. This is helpful for getting you ready to be in control of these very valuable words and like pieces of text. Again, my name is Ben Brown. I have a Patreon where I am creating Hangout with musicians, and that's my way as a sound engineer to help my musician friends start building a music career online. If this brings you joy, join me on patreon.com/brbenji. A portion of what I'm given on Patreon will go to my favorite charity, Give Directly. Let's continue this conversation in the next video. Bye.